The views and opinions expressed on this show are 100% entertainment. Don't take any of this to the bank. It will say insufficient funds.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Brad, and with me is Jamie, and this is Loose Cannons 44, episode 4. Jamie, what's up, my friend?
I'm a T-Rex today.
That's how you identify as a T-Rex?
Yeah, I'm identifying as a T-Rex.
You know, before the gender thing even started, I used to put that on applications when it would ask
T-Rex, but
Yeah.
you didn't get those jobs, did you?
No. You know, it didn't work for me. Like
I was asked
you would think a company would be very ecstatic about hiring a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but
I was asked my pronoun
They're
by
not.
someone, and I had to look it up. I said, let me Google the definition of pronoun.
did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, me.
You're still a me?
Uh-huh.
You're a he still?
I guess. I mean, every time I pee, it looks like
You
it.
pee like a he,
I'm
so
like,
you must
hold
be a
it.
he.
Standing
That's
up.
how you know, man, right? That's how you
Stand
know.
up or sitting for pee.
You either pee like a he or you pee like a she, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess.
I mean, I don't know.
Can a he pee like a she?
I can't speak for other people. You know, anything can happen with practice.
You're right.
Yeah.
If you want to pee like a she, you can.
Yeah, why not?
If it's dark, you might not want to try to aim anyway.
I'm anti woke.
Anti woke.
Yeah.
I like that. It just don't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it really
He
don't.
has awoken.
He has awoken. We have awoken.
That's
Welcome.
isn't that what you say Easter Sunday? He has awoken.
Yeah.
Or is it?
He is risen.
It's the same as awoken, right?
I've never heard anybody say he has awoken.
I think
Risen. He wasn't
I
asleep.
think Jesus was woke.
He wasn't asleep, so
I think he was woke.
he wasn't asleep, so he didn't awoken.
He woke up,
He didn't awoken. He arisen.
and the angels pushed back that round stone. He awoke.
T-Rex rock.
Yeah.
All right, since last time we recorded, Jim Harbaugh has left Michigan. He's no longer the head coach there. He is now the head coach for the LA Chargers. Got an opinion on that?
They'll win. They probably paid him. You know, it doesn't go against the cap. So whatever they paid him,
It's worth it.
they'll win.
He's a good coach. Now him and his brother both are in the NFL.
Yeah, they're both in the AFC too.
So that AFC championship
They can
could
play,
come
yeah.
down. Maybe
His-
be playing each other.
His brother's team fell apart yesterday.
That was-
I really thought Baltimore was just gonna
I really did, too.
destroy.
I thought Baltimore was going to beat the Chiefs. Hands down. No, I didn't even think it was going to be a close game. Honestly, I turned the game off at the beginning. I'm like, there's no reason to watch. It's going to be a blowout. And then I came back after halftime, turned it back on, and I was like,
Well,
okay.
the son of Chelsea Clinton, who's dating that singer,
Yeah.
Chelsea,
Kelsey.
same guy. He had a fantastic game. He's not a
Yeah.
youngster either.
No, he actually had a really good.
Yeah,
Look, Chiefs-
Chelsea Clinton kicked it.
I'm not a Chiefs fan whatsoever, but when the Chiefs are hitting on all cylinders and it's postseason time,
They're
hard to beat,
not destroying people this year though. It's close games.
but they're winning.
They are. I
I-
mean, that's all that matters.
You got the Chiefs are going to take on the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
So what's your pick? Who do you think's gonna win?
Ooh, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. Chiefs.
Yeah. I just like
Ding
it.
ding 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 ding.
I don't
Chiefs.
like the Chiefs. That's the thing. But it's hard to go against the Chiefs in the postseason when they're firing on all cylinders. I think the Chiefs are getting hot in the postseason when it matters.
Hey, whether you like Mahomes or not, Mahomes wins. I mean,
Mahomes is going to probably do a pretty good job.
you can't argue.
I mean, between Mahomes and Kelsey and Swift,
Chelsea,
they can win.
and Swift,
Kelsey and Swift. Travis.
Travis, Chelsea, Clinton,
Travis Swift.
Clinton.
Travis Swift.
His
Well,
sister ran for president.
we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Chelsea.
We'll talk a little bit more about that.
Isn't that also a big soccer team? Chelsea.
Chelsea United.
Well, how many United teams are there?
A lot.
Jeez.
There's
Well,
United.
we got Atlanta United.
Atlanta
don't we?
United.
Boy, we can't. Arthur Blank owns them too, doesn't he? That dude,
He'll run them into the ground eventually.
he ought to run for president because he doesn't know what the heck's going on.
He's
he wakes
cheap.
up and thinks he's dead.
He needs to spend some money on the Falcons, man.
He did. He got a retread. The guy that lost Super Bowl for him is now head coach.
We think he'll do better as a head coach.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got him to the Super Bowl, right? Maybe that's how he's looking at it. At least
that was the last season I actually watched a Falcon game.
Yeah.
I know. We went to a company picnic this year.
Yeah.
You skipped it.
Yep.
They lost.
I saw that.
Oh.
All right, let's jump into Florida man behavior.
Ooh.
We're going to start in Florida. This is a video we actually just watched. A Florida woman who pretended to be a sign language interpreter at a Tampa news conference regarding the arrest of a suspected serial killer was arrested on fraud charges. Jamie, would you like to sign the rest of this for me? The authorities said the woman, who appeared to be interpreting the Tampa Police Department chief, was really signing complete gibberish. It's hilarious. If you haven't ever seen the video, go look it up. Just Google fake sign language interpreter. The whole time the chief is talking, she's just...
Do you think that means the same in English and American Sign Language?
Yes.
Oh, it's the same thing?
I used to wonder if the sign language crossed the language barrier.
Do you think that is heavy metal and sign language?
No, I mean, is there sign language in English and then Spanish?
There must be if we call it American Sign, right?
I'm asking
Do you need an interpreter if you're Italian doing signing?
This is where our buddy Brandon's probably going, I know the answer to this.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, police said the woman showed up and said she was sent to provide interpreting services. They said she looked like she knew what she was doing, so they told her where to go stand. She walked up there and the press conference got started. It quickly became clear that none of the movements she was making corresponded to any actual words. She didn't know sign language at all. She was 100% faking it. It looked just like that. I mean, it was crazy. One sign language expert said she waved her arms around like she was singing jingle bells.
To be a professional signer, fake signer, you got to move your lips.
She was even dressed she was dressed nice. Like, she looked professional. Like, had the black dress on and everything. This isn't her first time. I mean, she spent 5 years in jail previously.
Is that where she learned her language?
But why? Why? What did she really do wrong?
What happened to the cover?
I think you popped it off.
What, did I bite it? God dang it.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Keep talking. I'll fix it. Keep talking.
So this wasn't her first time. She's done this before. She has spent time in jail. But what I don't understand is, why? Why does she do it?
Because she's got a problem.
But how's it benefit her?
She needs BetterHelp. We're not endorsed by BetterHelp.
How's it benefit her to do this?
She's crazy. Batshit crazy, Brad.
She's definitely crazy.
Batshit crazy. It's not the first time it's happened in Florida.
No, it's not. There's another guy.
Another fake signer.
During a hurricane.
Yeah.
It's even
Go
funnier.
to higher ground.
Yeah. His sign language skills were even worse than this lady's. I mean, he's like,
If you're caught in high water, swim.
It was horrible.
Doggy paddle if you have to.
Y'all have to go and watch this. It's so crazy. What's crazy is it only happens in Florida. How does Florida have 2 incidences of fake interpreters signing at press conferences?
Florida is a magnet for crazy. Have you noticed that?
It must be. It's like the panhandle.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 panhandles.
If you're in Alaska and you're crazy, you're probably going to find a way to Florida.
Well, Florida's 2 panhandles. So you have like the Tampa panhandle and then the Panama City
big handle
panhandle.
and the little handle.
Yeah. The little panhandle is just like southern Georgia, southern Mississippi, southern
It's
Alabama.
the southern part of Florida. You go north to get south.
It's part of Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, and a little bit of Arkansas in there.
Isn't Jacksonville the second biggest city in Georgia after
Yeah.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
I think so too.
And then the other nub over here, the bigger panhandle part, that's like where all the northern people go.
Tampa. There's a lot of New Yorkers in
Oh,
Tampa.
yeah, for sure. So, but if you haven't seen these videos, definitely go check them out. You're going to want to watch them. This lady is hilarious with her.
I laughed until my ribs hurt and I was crying.
It's crazy. You got to watch it.
I wet my underwear a little bit.
All right, next place we're going, Jamie, is New Mexico.
Hey, we've been there.
I actually picked this story because of the Cannonball Run. We stopped in this town. So, a New Mexico man is arrested at a Tucumcari hotel with grenades, guns, 5,000 fentanyl pills, and meth.
Two. And then
Your sign language in it.
Carrie.
So, New Mexico police conducted a welfare check at a motel in Tucumcari after receiving a tip of possible drug trafficking in the area. Police arrested the suspected man when he walked out of his room. When police entered the room, they found grenades, assault rifles, handguns, approximately 5,000 fentanyl pills, and methamphetamine. The man was charged with trafficking a controlled substance in a school zone, possession of meth, and possession of explosive or incendiary devices.
How many milligrams are in a fentanyl pill?
Enough to kill you, I'm sure.
Jeez.
That sounds like a lot, right? If they say like
It is New Mexico, though.
a rice gram will kill you.
It is, it's New Mexico.
Oh, no doubt.
They're into their stuff.
This didn't surprise me at all. It's like Breaking Bad on different levels.
Are they weed legal in New Mexico? I don't remember.
Yeah, remember they had
That's gonna cut into
at the gas stations. They had all the dispensaries.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's gonna cut into the illegal sales though. Why don't they just legalize meth and fentanyl?
I don't think they'll legalize fentanyl. I mean, fentanyl is a prescription drug when used correctly is, I guess, helpful.
What are you supposed to take? The tip of a pen?
You're not supposed to take it.
Well, why do they make it then?
Medical professionals know how to administer it in a safe way. Well, you don't hear of people at the hospital overdosing on fentanyl all the time.
Well, if you can't even touch the stuff, I mean, how do they mix it with something else?
They're chemists.
Is that what a pharmacist is for?
Yes. We didn't go to school for that.
Did you know pharmacists are also doctors of pharmacy?
You know, pharmacists go to school just as long as doctors.
Well, that's why they're called doctors.
They're smart people too.
I have a friend that's a pharmacist.
I know a pharmacist.
Really smart in pills.
In pharmacy?
The rest of the life. Yeah,
not so good.
That dude. You know, ooh.
We won't call him out by name. So what kills me is this guy in Tucumcari.
Mark.
What kills me is this, not Mark, in Tucumcari. He's got fentanyl.
I don't think
meth.
Mark is rolling around.
Why do you have grenades, dude?
Well, you know, someone wants to touch your fentanyl. Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to admit it, grenades would probably be the best home defense.
Well, you might have to do some reconstruction once you do it.
That's true. Maybe let's scratch that. Grenades are not a good home defense unless you're getting them in the yard.
You know what's sad?
You throw a grenade in the living room, you're probably doing more damage than that guy breaking in.
You know what's sad in America today?
What?
My brother and I, we used to make pipe bombs for fun and blow shit up.
Yeah.
Well, now you're going to get terrorist charged now, right?
Oh, yeah. We never made pipe bombs. Dry ice? We used to play with dry ice. We put dry ice.
I know. We used to go get black iron.
We put dry ice in a 2-liter. That was uh-oh.
We did have a buddy though. We would seal one end before we put the cap on the other end.
Yeah.
With wax, and then run out.
Of the 2-liter?
We'd get the old rocket set cord.
Yeah.
About that long. We'd put it in and we'd screw it on top of that with a pinhole in the top. That's why we filled the top in with wax, so it'd be sealed. He blew up because the wax was too hot or something. He was actually
You're not supposed to
He
play.
was using a lit candle
You're not supposed to
fill
play with
up
bombs.
the end. Well, now you can't Kids don't get to play with bombs anymore. I mean, that's sad, dude.
They have video games though. Like they're playing with a lot more.
We went out in the woods and created craters with bombs.
Yes, but kids nowadays.
We didn't even have YouTube telling us how to make bombs. It was like hearsay. So and so said. Tommy at school.
We legit made a potato launcher off a dude from the lunchroom. Explaining like, yeah, you need hairspray. Yeah, we made it a potato launcher. And how we figured this stuff out amazes me.
PVC would make it so much easier to make a bomb now.
Oh yeah, no,
you can do it with glue.
I don't know. You think PVC wouldn't that? I feel like it needs to be metal, right?
See,
I've never made a legit bomb, so I don't know. Like, I made a potato launcher.
Well, I think if we made it for our show and blew some stuff up, we'd probably go to jail.
Probably. No, I made a potato launcher one time out of PVC. That was cool.
Oh, we got some 2-inch pipe and made a pipe bomb. I mean, that thing made a crater about 4 feet deep.
Man, y'all were crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't have friends like you when I was in high school. We weren't blowing stuff
We used to play war with M80s.
Yeah,
y'all were crazy. Bottle rockets shooting at each other.
We had BB gun wars. Y'all played with 22s.
True, we did.
You got One Eye Eddie now.
Got shot.
Two-Toe Jake.
His name's not Eddie, but I'll protect
Two-Toe
his
Jake.
name.
Billy the Limper.
When I
messed them all up.
When I was at summer camp up in the mountains of Virginia, I had this dumb friend that said, well, it was time to go get your arrows in archery. So this kid's run up, and we're in group 2, so we're playing with our bows and arrows while group 1's getting it. And this idiot said, watch this. And he pulled back. You let go. Hit a kid in the eye. I mean, the kid's running around with an arrow sticking out of his eye. I think crazy. His parents sued the camp and got millions.
I'm sure. All right, next place we're going is Indiana.
He was from Lynchburg, Virginia.
This next guy's from Indiana.
Oh.
An Indiana man is arrested for driving a black Power Wheels Jeep while impaired on the highway.
Yeah, that's genius.
He's in a black Jeep at night on the highway. A Power Wheels Jeep.
He was green.
With plastic wheels.
His Tesla broke down, so he took his kids.
This man went green.
Was it a pink Jeep? A Barbie Jeep?
No, it was a black. It was a black Jeep.
Oh, he blacked it out.
So probably had the rims on it and the radio. It played like that one
spinner,
30-second song.
What were those OG spinners? Spree wells?
Spree wells.
He had some spree wells on that sucker.
So a man was arrested for driving a toy car while intoxicated. According to the Indiana State Police, around 9 p.m., they saw a man operating a Power Wheels Jeep in the roadway. Officers said he had no headlights or reflectors, and it was very difficult to see him. The man failed the sobriety test and was taken to the hospital, where testing showed he was under the influence of alcohol, methamphetamines, and marijuana. He was charged with a felony charge of operating a vehicle while intoxicated with a prior conviction. Dude got a DUI in a toy car. How would you like to be the guy in jail? All right, what'd you get? What are you in here for? Yeah, man, I got a DUI on a Power Wheel.
Try my blacked out. It was really a Wrangler, but it's plastic.
My $483 Power Wheels. I got a driving while intoxicated on a toy car on a highway in Indiana.
He's getting his ass beat in the county lockup, dude. He's getting his ass beat.
That is insane to me. Like, you got a DUI on a toy car. Now, okay, granted, I got a speeding ticket in a Mini Cooper, which is the equivalent of a go-kart. So that's, to me, that was crazy. But a DUI in a Power Wheel, that's worse than getting a DUI on a lawnmower, man.
So he had methamphetamines, weed, marijuana. Marijuana. Isn't that how you spell it?
Marijuana.
Say it in Mexican.
Marijuana. It's cannabis, man. Marijuana is a derogatory term.
Is marijuana derogatory?
Towards the plant, yes.
Marijuana?
Marijuana. Marijuana is derogatory to the plant. It prefers to be called cannabis sativa.
Oh, does that what it identifies as cannabis?
Cannabis is that's its preferred pronoun. Mary Jane is technically cannabis. See,
Mary Jane would only be a feminine plant, right?
No,
it'd be Mary James for a masculine plant, right?
No,
You sure?
Yeah, the plants, it ain't like that. In the
What would
plant.
a hybrid be? Mary Trans? Mary's Transwana? Tranwana.
Well, speaking of Mary Jane, we're going to go from a DUI on a Power Wheels over to Oregon. We're leaving Indiana, going to Oregon. A naked Oregon man breaks into a home, crawls into bed with a couple, and discovers the man actually has a gun.
In bed?
Listen.
There are some weird
games. You said the same thing my wife said. She's like, he had a gun in the bed? That's concerning.
Was he butt naked? What did he pull it out of?
The homeowner. So, police said a man broke into an Oregon home, stripped down naked, crawled into bed with the residents who lived there, and kissed the man, who turned out to have a gun. The man entered the home and began gathering items of value. He then removed all his clothes and climbed into bed with the man and woman, for some reason kissing the man. The homeowner woke up to find the burglar sitting on top of him holding a knife. The homeowner then pulled a gun from his nightstand, and the burglar quickly put on his pants and ran. The homeowner chased the man through the house, firing 3 shots and missing.
He needs to practice.
That's what I was thinking. He fired 3 shots and missed.
Honey, there's a burglar. Let me pull out my Glock out of my rectum. Okay.
I mean, I've seen those clips, the holsters that hook to your nightstand. I mean, they make them. They make the magnetic one. So when you pull it up, it cocks it for you. You grab it, just pull it off. You seen that one?
Yeah, but.
So I'm thinking maybe he probably just had it laying on his nightstand, but.
I
don't know. I would, if a man.
He was woke. Look, homeowner woke. He's woke.
He woke up.
Oh, woke up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the man, he chased the man through the house. He fired 3 shots and missed. The man ran outside. Police were able to arrest the man in a vacant house down the street. The man was treated at the hospital for numerous drugs and alcohol use. So he was on numerous different drugs.
I see a theme here, though. Look,
drugs
none of these guys do cocaine.
That's the problem.
No sugar booger. They don't do any cocaine.
That's the problem.
I mean,
that's what you're going with, at least. No cocaine. Problem.
No cocaine. You ever done cocaine?
Look,
you gonna admit on TV?
On TV. So
you gonna do it on the YouTube TV?
We're gonna talk about this Oregon man.
Why is he playing with his organ? He woke?
No, this dude breaks into this house. He gathers up all the. No, we're talking about the dude in Oregon.
Sugar booger with a man and a woman.
He kissed him.
What? I guess that's what he's into.
What would you do? You're laying in bed asleep, and you wake up to some dude.
I probably think it's the dog looking for breakfast. And I'd look over and go,
some naked dude straddling you.
Hell?
Straddling you, holding a knife, kisses you. You wake up 2 a.m. a naked meth head straddling you.
That sounds like something from Mayberry. Have you ever seen
Mayberry?
I mean,
I don't remember Otis.
Otis. That hillbilly would come down from the mountains looking for a wife.
Hey, Andy, Otis is doing meth out here.
I come down from the hills, Andy, looking for a wife.
I've never watched Andy Griffith.
I want a man wife.
Blow up.
I want a man wife.
No.
Man wife.
Never in a million years.
I want a dangler, Andy. Andy.
Never in a million years would that happen.
I'm gonna break into that house right there, Andy. I'm gonna kiss me man on his lips.
What else did Andy? Oh, Matlock. Did you watch Matlock?
Even that's kind of old for me, but
my grandmother watched.
Wasn't that just Andy as a lawyer?
Yeah.
In Atlanta?
Wasn't a sheriff a lawyer anyway in Mayberry?
Well, he was justice of the peace. He probably was.
He did it all. He was probably the judge.
He was the justice, the judge, and the jury.
He did it all. And if he couldn't handle it, he had Barney over there shoot him.
You know, I think I've seen every episode, only watching it occasionally when I visit my grandparents.
All right, so speaking of Andy Griffith, let's get into a political rant.
Andy Griffith ain't run for nothing. I would rather raise Andy Griffith from the dead to vote for the sugar boogers we got going.
He would be the same age as the guys we get to vote.
Well, I have a theory.
What's your theory? He has a theory, people.
That Donald Trump, Biden died right after the 2020 election.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is also Biden. That's why we will not have a debate this election year. They're the same guy.
Hey, you can't debate yourself.
Yeah.
So what you're
And
saying,
Hunter is also Donald's son.
So Hunter died already too?
Hunter may be dead. And that's an imposter created in China.
No, Hunter looks too much like Joe to not be Joe's son.
Well, he needs to share some of that booger sugar with Daddy. So that he can wake his ass up.
That's probably what's keeping him going, man.
If you watch
that's that cocaine they found at the White House. It was Hunter's, but it was Daddy's.
Now I saw him again.
That's how they keep Joe moving.
This was on the DW or something like that, the German network.
The DW.
DWC, something like that.
The DWC.
Joe Biden is on stage and he's hugging and shaking hands with no one. And someone came and let him off the stage.
Yeah, it's where he's doing like the Mr. Roboto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's his normal though. That's normal. Joe Biden is basically a fake sign language interpreter.
I'm starting to think we got cognitive issues with Donald Trump too.
Well, I mean, he did.
That's why I'm thinking they're the same guy.
He got Nikki and... So you're saying the puppet master actually has dementia and the two puppets are just that puppets?
It's just, yeah.
So do you think...
Soros controls both.
Okay, so you got Trump. I mean, you got Biden over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, passed away. Secretly took him out of the White House.
Now. He dead.
And put a stand-in in, right?
Yeah.
A body double.
Yeah.
Trump
doppelganger.
Trump, did he pass away too?
No, Trump is still controlling Joe.
Okay, so
it's the same person.
Trump is the real person.
Right.
This is Trump over here.
But he's losing his shit too.
So Trump is here, but he's also here?
Yeah, and it doesn't help Trump over here because Trump's losing his shit. It's the same person.
But so you're saying it's Trump regardless?
Yeah, Trump's going to win.
Regardless.
Yeah, Democratic Trump or Republican Trump, he's going to win.
So
he can't argue that the system's fake because he's running for both parties.
So is it a body double?
It's a body double that has been brainwashed.
Or is it just...
See,
you know the House
Donald
of Presidents?
Trump's.
The House of Presidents at Disney World?
Yeah, that's freaky weird. Freaked me out as a kid.
Well, that's where it looks like Biden sometimes looks like that robot.
And he's being controlled by
I wonder if
Trump.
His robot at the Hall of Presidents is going to say like, "Oh, goober the gobblers."
Trump is using his supporters,
okay,
to control. They're using subliminal messaging to tell fake Biden, doppelganger Biden, what to say.
Trump controls Biden. Biden no longer.
Yeah, and I think both, and this is my own opinion. You can send the hate mail if you want, and bing, bing, bing. I'll hate you right back. But they're both weak when it comes to our national relations with other nations, diplomacy.
I think
Trump didn't attack anybody. Biden won't attack anybody. We got the Houthis and the Booties and the Tooties. They're running around shooting missiles, blowing up stuff. They even blowed up, what do they call it? Bell Tower 22 over there in Jordan.
Yeah, he had a drone strike yesterday, right?
Yeah, killed 3 people Saturday. Killed 3 Americans. He's thinking about it. The reason he can't think about it is because Donald Trump is campaigning, and no one is in Donald Trump's circle.
Who's making Biden's batteries?
They haven't sent the signal to.
Could they be like going out?
Oh no, he's.
Maybe that's why he's been slow to respond.
His batteries are Tesla made.
Okay, so Elon made the batteries at Powers. Yeah. Okay, so
he's gonna
make it.
Elon might be the one with the microphone telling Joe what to do.
I think you're crazy, but
well, look who we're going to vote for. You think I'm crazy? We got 2 choices nobody wants.
I saw where RFK is going to run it, or could run as a libertarian, possibly.
I think he's already qualified.
That's your best bet, I think. I think
a third party is gonna.
They get at least a 2-digit percentage of the votes every year, right?
They might get more.
Party. I voted libertarian, so.
Hey, I'm a fiscal conservative, and there ain't no fiscal conservatives running.
That's what I mean. Like if he runs as a libertarian, I think he's got a shot to. I don't know. He might have a shot. Who
let's
knows?
spend less as a government. Stop doing deficit spending. Pay the bills we've promised to pay, and let's lower all of our taxes.
Yeah, less taxes.
But in a country where 13% of the Americans are on welfare benefits, they're controlled by the liberal psychotics.
The problem is, in a perfect world,
Tucumcari controls them.
In a perfect world,
we pay our bills.
In a perfect world, these policies that a lot of the Democrats are pushing would work phenomenally. In a perfect world, that's where there's no corruption, there's no power issues.
But you're making the assumption the Republicans aren't corrupt.
No, I'm just saying, like, socialism sounds great on paper, but in reality, it will never work.
Well, it's already working now. Look at your tax bill.
It's not working.
No, it's working. They're taking money from you, giving it to people that don't deserve it.
No, they're doing it. It's not working though. That's what I'm saying. Like on paper, it sounds great, but in reality, it's horrible.
Here's the socialists what they're doing. The more they take from you, the poorer you are because your money's being given to someone else. Eventually, you're going to be living off the tits of the government because they keep sucking you dry.
I don't disagree with you. I don't agree with it. I'm just saying, on paper, these things sound great, but in reality, they don't work because people get greedy.
Politicians well, the liberal elite are just as greedy and in the pocket of big business as the conservative elite. That's why we have deficit spending, because it makes you and me poorer.
Correct.
And it shrinks us.
Shrank us.
We're shrunk. We're shrunk.
All right.
There ain't no Viagra gonna fix this, boy.
Viagra's what caused it. Kept them old farts in office, and they just kept approving. I mean, we increased.
Full wood doesn't mean you got your brain.
No, obviously. All right, let's jump into the weekly headlines. Jamie, you ready?
Let's do it. 2 feet.
Speaking of big business.
From the high dive.
Speaking of big businesses.
Oh, my God.
We're going to start with WWE's flagship weekly program, Monday Night Raw, will stream live Monday nights on Netflix beginning in January 2025. The deal announced last Tuesday is worth more than $5 billion over the next 10 years. SmackDown, which is Friday night, which is broadcast on Fox on Friday nights, will shift to USA in October, part of a 5-year deal worth approximately $1.4 billion.
Good thing Vince McMahon negotiated that quick.
Yeah. As part of WWE's deal with Netflix, the streaming service plans to develop scripted TV shows and films, and they'll be able to use content from WWE, obviously.
Are they going to be throwing on? Are they going to throw on Netflix the revenge porn?
Is this like? I don't know this. I really don't know this answer, and I didn't even think to look it up before we started recording. But is this Netflix's first live? I'm not really a big Netflixer, so.
I think so.
Do you use Netflix?
I do, but I think this would be their first live event.
Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing a live event on Netflix. So I mean,
I've seen it on Paramount, I've seen it on Peacock, I've seen it on Prime.
I mean, we talked about it last week, right? About Peacock, the playoff game being the most streamed live event ever in the U.S. So it's obvious.
Why
these streaming services are getting their money.
I watched 24 hours of Daytona, with the exception of 2 hours at the start and 2 hours at the end, all on Peacock.
Did you watch? All right. Did you watch? You watched the playoff games yesterday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs game was on Paramount and on CBS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it on CBS on YouTube TV, or did you watch it on the streaming service Paramount?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I watched it on YouTube TV, but I don't have Paramount at the time. That's one of the ones I have turned off at the moment.
Paramount, have you noticed their shows are geared for like 65 plus?
Well, I mean, I like some of those 65 plus shows that you're referring to, so no, I'm not going to take the bait.
No, you're older than you look, Brad. Maybe you're more mature than me.
I am 65. I just look good for my age. I look young.
16.
I look young for 65.
I'm 16 mentally.
Speaking of Vince McMahon and the WWE, Vince McMahon resigned from WWE after former WWE employee files a sexual abuse lawsuit. Vince resigned last Friday, the day after the employee filed a federal lawsuit accusing him and another former executive of serious sexual misconduct. The suit includes allegations that McMahon forced Grant into a sexual relationship in order for her to get and keep a job, and passed around pictures and videos of her to other men. McMahon made a statement and said he was leaving the board out of respect for WWE and TKO Group. Vince said, "I stand by my prior statements that Miss Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene, made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindicate distortion of the truth."
Well, if he's in those porns that he spread with friends, it's going to be pretty easy to prove that he's a liar.
Well, I don't think he's denying they had a relationship. I think he's saying it's a distortion of the truth. Like,
here's the thing, though. If someone is your boss and they have sex with you, they're from a place of power. They're screwed.
oh, no doubt.
He's screwed if he just had sex with her. He's done.
Even if he had a relationship with
Yeah,
her.
even if it's consensual, she's going to say he told me I wouldn't get promoted if I didn't have sex with him.
And he can't argue that, especially if he has video. I read one thing where she's claiming that part of a deal to bring some big shot wrestler over to WWE was that he could sleep with her. That was part of their contract. I don't know if it was in writing, but that was part of what was offered to him.
That's going to be hard to disprove, that accusation, if he actually had intercourse with her. It's over.
If there's a video, which there's obviously, she claims there's pornographic
all she has to do is say,
video.
he told me I had to do this.
Yeah.
Bam, you're done. One way to prevent it, Mr. McMahon, is not to have sex with anybody that works for you.
Boom.
Boom.
That easy. Well, I think it won't be hard. This will be open and close. He already stepped down. Stepping down doesn't admit guilt, but it looks like he's getting ready to I'm sure he'll settle, and we'll move on.
He's guilty of stupidity no matter what. He can run for president.
We'll move on. People won't be talking about this in 3 weeks. I mean, that's usually how it works out. That's our news cycle.
Will he be canceled like that weird dude in Hollywood? The big fat dude?
For a few weeks, and then he'll probably come back.
That lasted a long time.
Who?
The guy that's launched the Me Too movement.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that big fat ugly guy everybody slept with.
Who?
I don't know.
If you don't know the name, I don't either. I pay less attention to Hollywood than you do.
I don't pay any attention. That's the problem.
All right.
Epstein. No, what Epstein? No. It's another one.
Okay. A new study shows cannabis holds the potential to prevent and reduce the severity of COVID-19 while also treating long-term COVID-19 symptoms.
Have you checked that with Dr. Fauci?
I don't ask Fauci for his opinion.
He can do a study about it in China.
You have to put a mask on.
He can fund it with his government funds in China.
The Chinese
at a
government
lab
funds.
In Wuhan.
Then nobody will trust it.
Do you trust anything in government?
This is actually a study.
I mean, hold it. Do you trust anything in government?
No.
State?
No.
County?
No.
Federal?
No. Town? No.
There you go.
Municipality? No.
Do you have a road crew here in this county?
Neighborhood? No.
There were trees across the road today.
Oh,
no road crew?
No road crew.
Wow.
Or just they don't work.
What do you pay taxes for, Brad?
So,
you don't know.
This is from a study done at a university in Canada. Most studies so far have focused on cannabis as a treatment option, where this study here focused more on it being a preventative treatment as well as a treatment for the long-term symptoms of COVID-19. Cannabis and its compounds hold the potential to limit the susceptibility and severity of infection from COVID-19, while also showing promises in the treatment of long COVID symptoms such as anxiety, depression, decreased appetite, stress, insomnia, and pain relief. Cannabis and cannabinoid-based drugs have shown promise in preventing viral entry, acting as an anti-inflammatory agent, and improving many symptoms associated with the infection of COVID-19. Look, it's right here, man. The study proves it's a medicine, right? That's the argument everybody wants to make.
Well, the drug companies don't want this argument, Brad.
The drug companies can...
Because then they want to turn it into a synthetic, patent it, and have 10 years of exclusive rights to it.
Drug and alcohol companies are already buying up cannabis farms so they can get their cut off the grow.
Oh, so we just plant some seeds and
It's
they'll
already-
buy us out?
It's already happening.
I know Altira is an investor in Tilray, and they make Marlboro.
That's what I mean. And then who Anheuser-Busch is it? That's got
Yeah,
one?
they're with somebody too.
InBev, is that who it was?
InBev went bankrupt.
Oh. Bad example.
Weed infused soda didn't work.
Apparently. Caffeine and weed.
I invested in them. Got screwed.
That sucks for you. No, I mean,
I
like I
know.
said,
It wouldn't have hurt as much if there's a little fentanyl in it.
yeah, that would have killed them quicker. Then they wouldn't have even been in business long.
I also got some water company that infused it with something alkaloids that they just went bankrupt on me. So I'm out of the
Weed business.
weed and power drinks and energy drink business. It's all a scam. You see where Bush closed down his energy drink, Rowdy.
Oh, really?
He went bankrupt.
Did he really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I did not see that.
Well, that's for our other show.
How did is it not popular anymore? Energy drinks are fading off?
I think you kind of got Monster and Red Bull and they rule it. They're kind of like the Coke and Pepsi of
Yeah,
energy drinks.
I never saw Rowdy energy drinks at the store.
I looked for it. When he won a race, I was going to drink some to celebrate.
and we never found them.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
we could drink a Red Bull every week because of the domination in
Yeah.
F1.
So is Red Bull, I wonder if they're profitable still.
Yeah, I heard a rumor they're going to come in and sponsor 3 races. Was it with Trackhouse?
That'd be cool.
One of them. Oh, what's his face? The Australian dude.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing
Van-
a couple races.
Van Gisbergen.
Ben Gidsbergen.
All right, ancient DNA recovered from Brazilian remains show that the syphilis disease may have actually originated 10,000 years earlier than previously thought.
Yeah, that was Wuhan, Brazil's lab
So
10,000 years ago.
apparently, it is rumored that syphilis came from the American colonies and the Americas. Columbus took it back to Europe.
Could be.
Well, now they found proof that it actually was thousands of years before that.
But
So
look
they're
at the
saying
islands.
around 15,000 years ago.
Well, they spread it to the islands.
They're
in
saying
the Bahamas.
it probably came from Africa now around 15,000 years ago now due to this DNA they found in
Well,
Colombia.
they were flying on their
Brazil.
UFOs over to Brazil and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
They were highly intelligent.
So you're
back then.
saying the aliens 15,000 years ago spread syphilis from Africa to America?
I think there was some intercourse.
I think it probably went to South America.
I think in Africa, have you looked at their paintings that are inside the pyramids? Don't they look like aliens, kind of?
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
think they're half alien, half Earthlings.
Probably.
And I think their pyramids generate electricity to fly their unidentified flying objects to Central and South America,
You're all off on
where they got on syphilis.
You're all off on conspiracies this week.
Well,
Like you're just like deep state.
Fauci finally admitted the mask didn't do anything.
Duh.
Well,
He just admitted what we were saying
Was that
was true
so-
for a long time.
was that so he and Pelosi and Donald Trump could
Could make
invest in
millions.
mask manufacturers?
Exactly.
Okay. Makes sense. Whatever.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, have you heard the newest one?
Have you figured out I'm anti-government?
Duh. According to conspiracy theorists online, Joe Biden's administration is using Taylor Swift to try to win the election over Trump. Have you heard this one?
How's that possible?
According to the New York Times, the Biden administration is using Swift to endorse Biden to her millions of followers. I don't think she's actually endorsed Biden, but she is pretty hard against. I mean, she's been anti-Trump for a long time.
Has she?
Yeah.
I don't follow her.
Yeah, she wears T-shirts that are anti-Trump.
A billionaire that doesn't want lower taxes?
So apparently,
I'm anti-government. Just name them. I don't like them.
look, there's one reason Taylor Swift is popular with the Chiefs in the NFL, and it has nothing to do with Joe Biden. Taylor Swift has generated an equivalent brand value of $331.5 million for the Chiefs in the NFL, according to the Apex.
Do you know that is
Marketing
a
Group.
free affiliation with her?
That is
They're not
why.
paying for it.
That is why every Chiefs game shows Taylor Swift in the booth. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden. Of course, Joe Biden wants Taylor Swift to endorse him. That would be great for the Biden administration.
It'd be great for the Trump administration, to be honest with you.
But I don't even think that'll help. Because the age
she's
group
got her own nation.
I mean, Taylor Swift has made billions off songs.
Billionaire.
She's made billions off songs about choosing the wrong men. Why would we trust her choice for Joe Biden?
True. But Kelsey seems like a nice guy.
I read one conspiracy theorist thinks Kelsey's part of the conspiracy.
Nah.
He thinks Kelsey's got the Pfizer commercials now.
He's just getting the money, dog.
I'm just saying.
Always getting the money.
I'm just saying he's got the Pfizer commercial now. Maybe. I think it's all crazy, but it's funny how they make these tie-ins. Conspiracy theorists. They've included the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs, Biden, Taylor Swift, and Kelsey.
Taylor's been with Kelsey
conspiracy theory
probably
over the election.
Longer than any other relationship she's ever had. I mean, this is going on for like 6 months now.
I know. Maybe they won't actually break up.
Maybe they'll get married.
Well, I think her tour and her last album have done so well, she doesn't need a new hit album.
She had that movie that was a hit. That was just her on tour.
That's what I'm saying. Her tour. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I meant her tour movie.
But
that was a real tour she did, too. What was it called?
I mean, shoot. She's a genius.
Do you remember what her tour was called?
I Am Swifty. I don't know. I respect her for her business moves.
Hey,
I think she spent like $2 million on her movie.
Made like billions.
$500 million in the first month.
No, and mad respect to her.
She's a genius.
I think it's funny. Everybody's trying to pull some conspiracy theory out of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, but like I said, $331.5 million is nothing to shake a stick at. So
that's the power of the Swift, dude.
The Swift has brought a lot of money to the Chiefs in the NFL. That's why Taylor Swift is on every time they.
When you post this, we need to hashtag Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Jamie's a Swiftie. We could have.
Jamie is an admitted Swiftie. He sang Taylor Swift on our last podcast.
I kissed a girl.
And he just started singing it on this one.
I kissed a girl too.
Me too.
Isn't that her song?
I don't have a clue, man.
What was that?
I know more about
American
politics
Idol
than I do Taylor Swift. And I don't know a whole lot about politics. So
my mad respect is for her skills.
All right, Jamie.
As a singer, not as. What's going on, Brad? What we got happening?
Now let's talk about some state education rates. So last week we were talking about family fund rates and stuff.
Yeah.
And best states to live in or to raise a family in. And one of the things we talked about was education. A lot of people asked where those scores came from, so I actually broke it down a little more in depth. It's a little more in depth.
Oh, you're going in depth now?
So I'm going to give you the top 5 highest ranked as for, the best.
How deep are you diving
and
here,
the top
Brad?
5 low.
You're like a loose cannon.
So
44.
State education data says the dropout rate, the lowest dropout rate, West Virginia has the lowest dropout rate.
I should have dropped out of high school.
West Virginia. Are they not even going to high school?
Do they even have
So it just don't count?
Aren't they also the meth capital of America?
Iowa, Kentucky, New Jersey, Indiana. They have the lowest dropout rate. The states with the highest dropout rate, including the District of Columbia. Just I want to throw that out there. Oklahoma, tied. The next 4 states are tied for the highest dropout rate. Alaska, Arizona, New Mexico, and District of Columbia.
Wow. I feel bad for anyone paying Board of Education taxes in those areas, those places, jurisdictions.
How about bullying? Bullying incident rates. The places with the lowest bullying incidents. District of Columbia, Delaware, Hawaii, Rhode Island, Virginia.
What are they doing wrong in the District of Columbia? They're on too bad list.
Well, no, that's good.
They're going to bully you and you can't read.
No, they don't have bullying in the District of Columbia.
Oh, they have no bullying? That's because no one's at school. Yeah. No one graduates.
Exactly.
The bullies are out screwing off.
They're dropping out.
Yeah, they're dealing drugs.
The highest states for bullying: Iowa, Wyoming, New Hampshire, West Virginia, and Alaska. In Alaska, it's like every day you come to school and you're just getting bullied right and left.
West Virginia's on the list.
Like,
they don't read either.
You're getting picked on
That's why
so bad in Alaska, it ain't funny.
It's the nerds dropping out of school in West Virginia because they're getting bullied.
They're dropping out of school.
It's the smart children.
And then going back and bullying kids who are still in school.
He was supposed to graduate in 1973. He's still in the parking lot beating on kids' asses.
They're like Ben Affleck.
They got no they ain't got no jobs. They can't read.
Best thing about high school girls, they stay the same age, and I keep getting older. Isn't that what he says?
That wasn't Ben Affleck. That was
Oh no, it was Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. All right. I
love.
Did you know he was in law school?
Yeah, I love that movie.
He got that role in law school and he quit.
Hey, I like.
He's probably making more money than chasing ambulances.
He makes me want to buy a Lincoln every time I see his commercial.
I wish he would. You know, he'd make a better president than any of the people we have.
He should narrate books.
He probably does.
I'd listen. He probably does.
He's got a cool yeah, he's got a cool voice. He's
all right.
Have you watched any of those love movies he made back in the 2000s? The Triple Knots?
Probably. I'm married.
Yeah, probably have.
Like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or something like that?
Yeah, wasn't that where he crashed a plane looking for treasures?
No, that was Gold Diggers or something. Something like that. Fool's Gold, maybe.
Fool's Gold. I think you're right. I think it's Fool's Gold.
All right, Jamie. Let's ask Brad.
Brad?
What are we asking Brad?
Oh, they got some advice. We got some crazy Mad Dog advice for you, Brad.
I'm scared at what you're about to ask me.
Brad.
You already given me a clue.
Brad.
Yes, sir.
How can I convince my husband to sleep with a sex worker even though he doesn't want to? My husband and I will be touring Northern Europe. We are in our 70s and 60s, respectively. No, respectively, not respectfully. There's no respect for these two.
There's nothing respect.
I want to stop in Amsterdam and let him experience the red light district. He isn't getting any younger, and this would be like a last hurrah. Several years ago, I took him to a nudist colony where he could enjoy looking at 20-year-old bods in the flesh, sitting next to them in the hot tubs and saunas. His friends were so envious. We are in a monogamous relationship, but we both realize we're nearing the end of our existence and trying to cram as much as possible into these last few years. I recently tried smoking pot legally, as I never thought it would happen in my lifetime. It was not a good experience. I passed out and fell flat on my face, but at least I got to try it.
Hey,
my husband...
It happens. Everybody has different experiences.
It sounds like she did way too much.
She probably did edibles. Anyway, my husband.
My husband is unwilling to even entertain the idea of a visit to Amsterdam. He has no problem in the erectile department with help of the pill. I don't think anyone does with help of the pill.
Well, he obviously has a problem in that department if he's on the pill.
We still enjoy an active sex life, though it's not what it was in our heyday. Well, you're old.
70.
Yeah.
Respectively.
How can I convince him that he may never get this chance again with my blessing, and may have regrets when his sexual organs finally give up the ghost? Signed, Happy Watching in Arkansas.
Of course you're out of Arkansas.
She's happy watching.
That's the septic tank of the South.
What do you think? Is this more for her than him? Since she's happy watching?
I think
sounds like he's committed.
I think you need to just get over it, lady. Like, let him be him. Like, if he don't, I personally would not be cool with this. But to each his their own, right?
Well, obviously, he's not into it.
Yeah,
he's like, no.
Quit forcing him to do something he don't want to do. My advice to you is stop, let it go. Smoke another. Look, edibles didn't obviously go well for you. I want you and your husband to go to Amsterdam. I want you to go to a coffee shop.
It may be legal in our state.
Order a joint. I want you to go to Amsterdam.
Wow.
Do the trip. Go to Amsterdam. You want to go to Amsterdam? Go to Amsterdam. Go to a coffee shop, get a joint. They'll roll it for you. They'll bring it to you. Enjoy it responsibly together. You'll chill out.
The sex or the joint?
Both. Smoke a joint and go up to your room and have sex.
Oh, I thought you meant the red light.
No, I'm talking about the couple. Like, go enjoy it together as a couple. You don't.
He doesn't take the pill.
He doesn't want to bring other women into your marriage. I think that's awesome. As a man, I don't want to bring other women into my marriage either. I know you don't either. So what's
You
the
know,
problem? I
the-
would think most women would want their husband not to have sex with another woman.
I've actually heard this at church.
That they do want them to have sex with another woman?
Not these two. Where a guy has brought up he had sex with another woman and his wife.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Didn't go too well.
Not married anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to work.
Sound like a good idea. You don't want to. I don't know how long y'all been married. A long time. You're 60 and 70. So don't throw away 40 some odd years to watch your husband. I mean, he's old. Those young girls at the red light district, 20-year-old chicks probably not going to want to
from
bang
Ukraine,
a 70-year-old
war
dude
refugees from war Ukraine,
Colorado, wherever y'all are from.
They're probably
Arkansas. They're from Arkansas.
They're probably
And
sex slaves.
Pot is not legal in Arkansas.
Well, they're probably so rural that
it probably is legal.
Don't matter.
Yeah, there's no police force in their town.
Isn't Oklahoma right next door? They got those
reservations,
res weed,
yeah, tax free.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got this week, Jamie.
We got one more, Brad.
Oh,
dear Brad.
My bad. Go ahead.
I've known my best friend since second grade, but things have been strained between us ever since I got married. She's naming her friend, dude. Carol has remained single, and I can hardly speak to her anymore without hearing mean remarks about marriage or my husband. She seems jealous and resentful of my marriage and angry that she's still single. Recently, she told me that she saw my husband at a bar kissing another woman and has demanded that I confront him about it. I don't believe her, but she says that if I don't talk to him about it, she'll break off our friendship. What should I do? Conflicted in Cleveland. Wow, that's kind of a tight place there.
I mean,
think she's making crap up? The friend? Carol?
I don't think the friend has any right to tell her what she has to do. Carol, I mean, she did her part as the friend, right? As a friend, I'd be like, hey, man.
What if she's making it up?
Like, no, let's just play this out.
Play it out, Brad.
As your friend, I come to you.
You're the unlicensed psychologist.
I say, hey, Jamie, I saw your wife last night cheating on you. That's that. As a friend, I've done my job. It's up to you what you do with that information, correct?
She ain't getting half, I'll tell you that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not up to me. So I can't be like, oh, Jamie, if you don't confront her, I'm not ever talking to you again. Like, it's none of my business how you handle it. As a friend, I don't even want to see this crap. You know,
this is a dangerous situation.
This is why I don't pay attention, man. I don't want to know.
This is a dangerous situation. I have a friend.
Carol, butt out of it, okay? Stay out of it, Carol.
I have a friend, his wife cheated on him. Bad. Like, left him with the kids, babies, when cheated on him, right?
Yeah.
Well, he wanted our support, his guy friends. And, of course, unfortunately, the way we supported him was ragging on his wife for cheating on him, right? So they made up.
Then you gotta live with it.
And then we none of us who supported him are still his friends because we bad talked his wife who was cheating on him.
Oh man, that's horrible.
So basically, you don't want to get involved.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think as a friend, the most you do is report what was seen and move on.
I mean, my concern is she might be right because look, her friend's jealous.
It doesn't matter, right or wrong.
I know.
Right or wrong. All her friend can do is say, "Hey, I saw your husband putting it to the neighbor last week.
Look,
you went to get the mail. He ran out the backyard into her house.
Bam, they were at a bar.
He came back. You never knew.
I mean, I'd say, hey, you were seen at a bar with some chick.
But leave it at that.
What's going on there?
And then move on. But let the friend deal with it, right?
Well, no, but let your husband explain. I saw you.
Oh yeah,
with someone. Don't even rat out Carol. Someone saw you at whatever Applebee's, trying to lay some pipe. Is that true? I mean, simple enough, right?
Yeah. But all I'm saying is Carol shouldn't be demanding that she confront him. That's all.
No, that's just, I won't be your friend and you don't talk to him.
That's stupid.
It sounds like Carol just wants to get back to just the two of them.
Yeah, Carol's jealous. That's obvious.
Or maybe Carol's in love with her husband.
Sorry. Stretch.
You think it's a stretch? She's in love with her
Yeah,
husband?
I do. Well, I don't know, actually. Maybe.
Because she's jealous.
She's so
Yeah.
madly in love with the husband that she wants Carol not to be with him if she can't be with him. Right?
Yeah, so deer conflicted in Cleveland.
Yes.
That's a sticky situation for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be a no-winning situation.
You might have to pick friend or husband.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, as sad as I hate to say.
Point blank, and you said you doubt Carol.
Yeah.
You point blank ask your husband.
Yeah, ask him. If he might admit it. You'll know. Women know. Women are way smarter than men.
Smell his dick when he gets home.
Oh, God. All right, that's all I got this week.
That's all I got.
On that note,
we'll wrap it up, guys.
All right, everybody. Thanks to everybody for listening and watching this week. Make sure you share the show with your friends. Share us on social media. You can follow us on X. We're at Car Backwards. I'm at Dell_406. And
what
Jamie,
does 406 stand for?
Anyway,
I've heard of 409. It's an engine that Chevy
406 was a podcast, the Marty and McGee podcast, NASCAR podcast, way back in the day.
Oh, way back.
Their original 406 listeners. So Dell.
Oh, yeah, now they're doing basketball.
Yeah, it's Dell DALE_YEAH 406. That's me, and Jamie is at James Farrow 3. So make sure you subscribe to all three.
I look at it once a week. So go ahead.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our other videos. Check us out on Spotify. Make sure to follow us and rate us on there. Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Check out our other show, Race Car Spelled Backwards. Season 3 will kick off this week, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
So
Season kicked off.
Make sure you check out Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 83, I believe.
83. We've done 83.
Season 3. Episode 1 of season 3.
Should we start a nonprofit organization?
We already have.
We are nonprofit.
Send us an email. We're at loosecannons44@gmail.com. Loose Cannons 44 is an RCB media production. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week.
Adios. Let's do it in sign language.
It's just this. Bye-bye.